Hello and welcome to SML to Sit Down. I am Primetime 000, the SML commissioner, joined by what many say is the most hated man in the SML right now, 8-1. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you? This has been a lot of fun.
Hey, this is a big moment. We're going to talk about that. The arguably the biggest SML primer crossover event in the league's history coming up Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. But let's just learn about 8-1 the guy for a second. And I got to ask, where did the PSN come from?
It's actually a play on my area code where I live. Um,
Ah,
and I used to have one when I was like 12 that I hated, and I was trying to come up with one that was short and easy to remember, and that's kind of where I landed with it.
so you've been playing Madden for a long time, have you? Or what's the story there?
You could say that.
Yeah.
First Madden I played was Madden 95.
Oh wow, you're old.
Yeah, yeah. Not as old as you might think, but yeah. Um, So yeah, I started on it was like the Super Nintendo, uh, Madden 95, but I've only been in online leagues now for maybe 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
I think I got into it in Madden 23. Spent a lot of time trying to find a good league and landed here.
Cool. So what, were you a MUT guy beforehand, or just franchise offline, or
No,
what'd you do?
franchise all the way. I've never really been a MUT guy.
Hmm. How old are you?
I am 32.
32. Okay. So what got you into franchise mode 2 years ago? I feel like as a commissioner, I've watched franchise mode, and in a way, in the last 3 to 5 years, I would say it's gotten less popular. So, what got you into it recently?
Um, so growing up, I'd always play with my cousin. We'd make like created teams and uh, like create our own draft classes and everything. And I'd play the old college football games and bring over draft recruits and stuff like that. And we tried to make like a kind of realistic situation where we kind of try to play it realistic. And I just got to thinking, I was like, there's got to be when they came out with the online franchises, I think in Madden
Mhm.
like 13 or the first 25, I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Um, we were like, there's got to be one that's um, that kind of thinks along the same lines we do, in that we want it to be realistic. We don't want to just break the game all the time and stuff like that. So I spent a good 4 or 5 years kind of trying to find a league, but I didn't know anything about Discord or anything like that. I was just kind of joining leagues that I'd find. Um, and then eventually I ended up getting onto Discord and kind of doing a little bit more digging and found a couple leagues that I liked, but they weren't quite what I wanted, and stumbled on SML. I probably want to say 3 or 4 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, but didn't have any of the stuff to join. I couldn't stream anything. I didn't have Discord at the time, and so I wasn't sure what I needed to get set up. Fast forward, 2 or 3 years, and I found all that stuff and I got it, and SML popped up again. So I was
That's
like,
cool.
well, may, maybe this is the one for me, and I've never been more invested in a league.
That's
So
cool. That's
this
awesome.
this is the one. I'm here whether you like me or not.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. So, you, I think the word on the street is you play a lot of Madden, whether it's multiple leagues or Play Now or Primer or whatever you're doing. Are you kind of a Madden junkie? And I guess just to add on to that question, would you consider yourself an elite player?
I would say yes. I'm a Madden junkie. I do have a problem. I think I have, I want to say 700 hours on the game.
Hmm.
Um, and I think like 300, 400 games played this year on the at least on Neon. Um, but I do want to say I think I am at least. I don't know if elite is the right word, but I would definitely consider myself in like probably the top 5 of at least primer. And from watching a lot of SML games, um, I could probably take pretty good percentage of the league, I think.
The quote that's put around SML chat is 80% at least.
Yeah, sounds about right.
What makes you say that? You watch these games. You're in the obviously you're in my streams at the very least. You see these guys play, and you're like, they're not better than me. Is that what you're seeing, or what is it about their gameplay that makes you say that?
It's not that I don't think that they're better than me. It's that I don't think that they're doing anything much different than I've seen. Um, so yeah, everybody's got their own tendencies and everybody's got little quirks about their game and stuff like that. Um, but at the end of the day, it's just Madden. And at the way I play, I use football concepts and um, you know, some things work against certain coverages, some things don't work against certain coverages, and when you run, when you don't, if you can read the holes and fundamentals work a lot more in Madden than a lot of people think that they do. And um, it's not about just taking advantage of what the game gives you. It's also about just using football knowledge. And so at the end of the day, yeah, I think I could win. I can win almost any game that I play.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how the game goes.
Do you? Obviously, we're gonna play a big game tomorrow,
hmm
9 p.m. Eastern, live commentated on SML Twitch. Are you entering this game expecting a win, or how do you see this game? What in your eyes? What's this? Is it a win? Is it a close game? Is it a success? What is it?
I think the number one thing I want to do is have fun. That's the number one thing I want to do. If I'm up 40 points, it's not fun. If I'm down 40 points, it's not fun.
Yeah.
So, um, at the end of the day, as long as the game is fun and competitive, that's a win for me. Do I is Am I going to say that I don't want to win? Then no, I'm not going to say that because I'm going to try to win. I don't know how to not win in Madden. So, um, I've never tanked before, and I'm not going to start now.
There's some people comparing you to Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua. Could you have the Jake Paul moment? You get hit in the face, you're in the corner. I mean, are you a little nervous about the backlash that could come if 8-1 loses by two, three, four scores in this game, and then everyone says, "Hey, this guy says he can beat 80% of the SML, and he got smoked by Prime. Primer's disappointed because you're the guy that come out, and then you get beat." I mean, there's some pressure there, right?
There's pressure, yeah. I don't know how I got chosen, but I mean, it is what it is. That I'm the one in the seat, so um, it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm having fun with it.
There's some people that say, I'm glad you said that. They're like, hey, maybe there's another qualifier. Obviously, Steele is kind of looked at as he's had a great cycle, and maybe there could be another guy that's maybe had more success than 8-1 has this cycle in primer. Um, what do you think about that? I mean, do you think that it should have been somebody else, or because you've talked the trash? What's your goal here? Are you trying to build a bridge between SML and primer? Or are you just trying to prove you're one of the best? What's your ultimate goal?
It's a little bit of both. I When I joined in Primer, I saw that there was definitely a disparity between Primer guys talking to SML guys, and there's a couple guys that are like the old Grizzly veterans that like, oh, I've been there, man, and it's a whole different beast. And it's like, man, it's just Madden. It's like it's a bunch of guys playing Madden, and it's like at the end of the day, it's not that much different. We all have the same idea. We follow the same rules, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something that I don't see anybody else doing, and that's invade their streams and just be annoying. And I was like, if at some point they're either gonna know who I am or they're gonna kick me out. And I'm just glad it was the first one and not the second
Yeah.
one.
To be continued, right? We'll find out. No, just kidding. So,
Oh, we'll see.
yeah.
I might just pop. I'll keep popping up. You'll never know where I'm at.
Yeah, 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 exactly. So, obviously, you're a Madden junkie. You play the game a lot. You're a competitive player. What else does 8-1 do for fun? Are you a movie guy? Do you watch Marvel? Are you what are you?
Um, yeah, I watch a little bit of movies. I don't go crazy. I used to watch a lot, but most of the time I'm just like playing music or uh, like I said earlier, I'm going golfing with my dad on Saturday mornings. So um, right now I don't have a whole lot going on. So I just kind of do whatever I feel like doing, and most of the time it's I sit around and I play Madden or I write music and play music or I just do normal dad stuff.
Yeah.
Pick up the kids from school, do some yard work, whatever comes to mind.
That's cool. So looking at Primer, I want to talk about Primer a little bit. We've got some big personalities there, in my opinion. Obviously, some guys who've been in the SML, like you said, the Johnnies of the world. Um, what's your thoughts on the current state of Primer as it is, the culture there, how things are going, the competition, the people? I mean, any thoughts that maybe some SML guys that are watching that aren't in the Primer that you want to get out there that from a Primer guy to the SML?
Yeah, so I'll say that when I joined in I want to say late July, early August last year, right at the end of the 26 or the 25 cycle, joining into the 26, it was a lot different. Um, it seemed like, everybody was just kind of there, and you had your staples in the chat and stuff like that, making content and doing stuff. Um, but really, there's guys like Lloyd who does like AI recaps every week, and um, everybody's like found different ways to put like Twitter feed stuff in, um, and it's between then and now. Then it was maybe like four or five guys that were stable in the chat and constantly going in and out. Um, Now it's probably like 15 or 20 guys that'll pop in every day and have a conversation. It could be about anything. Sometimes it's about Madden, sometimes it's about real sports that's going on, sometimes it's about some guy that got a new car, or some guys went out to dinner, and it's just it's grown so much in just the 1 year that I've been there that I'm really excited to see where it goes from here, because um what I was told when I first joined is that turnover was crazy. They'd probably have like 25 guys that would all kind of cycle out throughout the year, and there's still guys that joined when I did, that are in there now, and I know Gil used to be in the SML and came back down. He joined at the same time I did, during the team draft, because somebody somebody missed it. um, but he joined, and then Orange, the guys that we all did roundtable with, um, we all kind of got in at the same time, and there's a couple other guys that got in at the same time. I think ML Dogs came in uh, around the same time too, and all of us are still there. And then there's another 10 or 15 guys that were there when we started that are still there. So I mean, you're talking 20 or 25 of the users that are in Primer now were in Primer when the cycle started, and pretty much according to the long-term guys, it's like that's unheard of in Primer. Um, so we found a lot of good guys, and they've stuck around, and it's kind of all of us working together to kind of bring when the new guys come in, when we do have turnover, and we've had a lot less turnover with each guy that we get, because we just keep building on what it is.
No, that's cool. And I think that's like well, you had mentioned we got the same rules. We're the same league. Why can't we grow it? And I felt that about Primer for the longest time. And in the last couple of days, especially last couple of weeks and months, I've been in Primer chat a little bit more. And I see it. I feel it. You go in chat, you post something, 8 guys immediately start talking, and that's cool. And it's infectious, and it gets me excited. And I think that doing things like this only helps, and that's what gets me inspired to do it. And I kind of have a vision of before Madden 27, the cycle kicks off, some sort of primer SML cross league tournament between the top guys or
Hmm.
something. And I don't quite know how that's going to look, but I think it's going to be fun. I think it's just going to get engagement up. There's going to be commentary. It'll be like the SML playoffs, but some sort of tourney. And I think that's only going to get people more excited, especially when a new cycle starts. Everybody's looking to play the game again. Hey, we're in June and we're still going strong here at this point almost.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited, man. I guess final thoughts, comments here. We're just over 15 minutes. So any other things you want to say or get off your chest before we head into this big game about the game, primer, whatever it might be?
Um, I don't. I talk a lot in chat, but in person I don't talk a lot. But um, I will say that I'm glad that this is where me invading chat has or me invading streams has kind of ended up because, like you said earlier, it's I wanted to make people in SML know who I am, for better or for worse. But at the same time, you said it earlier too. I wanted to bridge that gap a little bit, make it less make it less of a or SML number one and primer number two, and make it more of like a 1A 1B. They sit side by side. They're the same league, same rules, and everybody's trying to accomplish the same thing. There's guys in primer that'll say that if they never even make it to SML, they're happy because they're in primer.
Yep.
I'm one of those guys. Um, it's like the goal isn't necessarily to get called up. Everybody wants to get called up to SML because, just it's the pomp and circumstance. But at the end of the day, we've managed to build primer into such a good league that um, the guys are happy to be there regardless. And I think that's the best thing about it. Um, as far as the game goes tomorrow, I'm not. All I want to make sure is that I'm not going to get blown out by 30. That's not going to happen. I don't think that's ever happened. It may have happened once or twice, but I don't remember. So I'm going to say it didn't happen. Um, but it's going to be a close one, I think. Um, I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. I think it's going to be a close one, and obviously I think I'm going to win. But it's Madden. I'm not going to say I'm going to win just because Madden has a weird way of hearing things.
Yep.
But I believe I can win. I have the confidence I can win it. Um, but all respect to you. You don't win 31 championships without being good at the game. So I know I got my work cut out for me. So it's going to be fun.
Dude, it's going to be a fun game. 9 p.m. Eastern, Saturday night, under the lights, live commentary, SML Twitch, prime time, 8-1. There's going to be a raffle the following day, kind of sponsored by this game where we're Madden 27, College Football 27. The value of the game for the MVP bundle will be given to a member. A lot of fun stuff happening, guys. That is 8-1 SML Primer member. I'm Prime Time. We are signing off. Thank you so much for watching SML The Sit Down.
See you later.